Well, hey there, how are you? It's Deanna. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well. What is today? Friday? I think it's the 17th of May. I have to look at a calendar or something to know what the actual date is. It's hard enough to remember the day. Anyway, I'm just sitting out here right now. I gave Harley, my Labrador, a bath with the water hose and some Dawn because the fleas are getting him bad. The fleas get all my animals, and I use DE, diatomaceous earth. I do not like the chemicals at all. The last time I used chemicals on my animals, one of my cats died of liver failure. So I won't use them again. So I have to use the DE. Use DE and give the dogs a bath with Dawn. Harley needed one really badly. I didn't give Lucy one because it's only 77 out, and it's kind of cool. And she's not a big dog like he is. So now I'm just sitting here. That's Sebastian sitting on that tub. But I thought I'd do a pop-up live for a little while. Maybe I won't get a phone call in the middle of it like last time. And yes, Jamie, I'm doing another pop-up. Might as well. Hopefully some people will come on. I know other people have lives scheduled. I just had one pop up to tell me someone else was live. Somebody I follow. Her name's Kay Renee. I believe that's the name. And the wind is blowing. I'm sorry if it's windy. I tried to sit hoping that I would block the wind, but it's coming more from different directions. It's not from one direction. It'll switch around. So what's everybody gonna do this Friday? It was supposed to rain today, or so my app told me, but I just looked at the map and the rain is well north of us. So, but we're supposed to get lots of rain and thunderstorms tomorrow according to the map. So, not much going on. I hadn't planned on doing much out here because it was supposed to rain. Now I'll just probably transplant a couple of peppers and tomatoes. I think I can pull my broccoli plant out that I'm letting keep for seed. That looks like the seed pods are dry. And I think Sebastian's going to try and jump on this table. Hopefully he won't knock the phone off. Hey, Bastion, what you doing? He's so pretty. He lives in and out. He sleeps inside a big chunk of the day and sleeps inside at night until he gets all feisty at 4:30 in the morning and wants out. And he lets you know by jumping on you. Hey, Nanny, how are you? Man, we don't need any more rain. Not right now. The ground is still wet from 3 days ago. And I need to put a couple of flowers in the ground, but I know you're not supposed to dig in the soil when it's wet, but you know, I think it's going to rain most of tomorrow into tomorrow night, and then it should be gone by Sunday, I hope. For a few days, maybe it'll dry out. But I have some pots that I can put some stuff in, a tomato and a couple of peppers. I got it. I better as long as chat doesn't turn. Oh, my chat's not gonna go crazy, I promise. I don't have that many followers. I have like 600 and some odd. Oh, Sebastian. That cat. 600 and something, forget now. I think it's 684. But I don't do lives very often, and I don't schedule them. So my chat's not gonna go flying by. And it was a pop-up, so there's no telling how many people will be on. at all. It shows 2. But anyway, I have a broccoli plant still in a pot that I was letting go to seed, and it looks like most of the seed pods are dry enough that I can cut it and take it out and plant a tomato or a pepper in it. No, I didn't knock it over. He's obnoxious. I mean, he's a good cat, but he's a cat. You know what I mean? He's obnoxious. And at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning when he wants out, he's really obnoxious because he's rude. He will jump on you and let you know that it's time to get up and open the door for him. But then he'll be back in an hour or 2. Oh, hey! Well, sometimes YouTube will take them away if they think it's a bot. And if people subscribe but they don't comment on at least one video, I have heard that their subscription to you doesn't stick if they don't watch and subscribe. Oh, I know. He's the only cat that comes in and out. So he's been staying more in the house in the daytime now because he's getting older. I don't remember how old he is, but let's see, I probably got him in, when was that? 2017, 18 maybe? And he was a kitten then. You will too. You're doing good because you haven't had your channel up very long. That's good. 239 already. So you'll get there. I've had this channel since I think 2 or 3 years, and I'm only to 684. So sometimes it's hard. I mean, there are some channels that skyrocket, but that's not the majority. It's a lot of work, a lot of time. Some people just they just skyrocket, especially if bigger channels know that person, and like really big channels know that person and mention them. So it'll come back. It's just they go up and they go down. And once you get to 1,000, you're always gonna have that 1,000. They may not be there, but that 1,000's always gonna count. Like once you reach it, if you fall to 999, 998, you're still eligible for what's the word? Monetization once you meet your hours, even though your subscribers might fall back a little bit because you did reach the 1,000 at one point. Just like your hours. Excuse me, if you reach 3,005 and it falls to 2,985, you're still eligible because you reached the makes sense. Oh, I know. It would help if I did more videos. It would help if I did lives. That's why I'm trying to do the pop-ups. I don't want to schedule them because I just don't. I don't know when I'll feel like it, when I'll, when the weather's going to be up to it because I have to be outside. Picture. Yeah, if you reach it, and the 1,000 is, I should reword that. Subscriptions, subs is legitimate and not bots, maybe. But there is a point where once you've reached it, it really isn't gonna count against you if they fall. But the bigger channels, if the big, really huge channels know someone and mention them, I've seen those people grow quickly. Like, this is just an example. Ryan Hall, y'all. If you watch him for your weather, he's huge. And Andy Hill didn't always have a channel. The meteorologist that's on there. And when he started his channel, and they mentioned it on Ryan Hall, it skyrocketed. Like overnight, he had enough subscribers and views and all of that to be monetized in a real short time. but that's not the normal thing. I know Jamie tries to get me to come up on hers, but I hate being on camera. And I can record a video and be on camera in my mind a whole lot easier than I can record, than I can be on a live and be on camera. Because I'm fully aware that people are watching me in the moment. And I don't know. So I know I need to get over that, but that's difficult. Because I don't like having my picture taken. I don't like recording video. I mean, I like recording videos to a certain point, but I don't like being in the screen, if that makes sense. But yeah, Jamie's tried to get me to do it. And she even tells me that I can just hop on there and then go away and just send it, what's the word? I forget the word. Send it to my channel and just leave it where I'm either not showing or my avatar is showing, but it's still streaming to my channel and gain some hours that way. And I did that some on Randy's channel. Do you know Randy? I think he truck driver. I know, I've noticed I've only seen you one time. But that's okay. We're all different. Not all of us want to be on screen all the time. It takes a lot to overcome that. When I was in school, I'd have rather been hit by a train than have to stand in front of class and give a report. I'd make myself sick over it. So are you going to have rain all day? Is it a muddy mess like it is here? Slipped a little while ago in the mud, but I didn't fall, thank goodness. It's not good to wear flip-flops, but I only have tennis shoes and flip-flops. And I don't want my tennis shoes getting wet. And it never fails that I'll start talking and I'll start coughing. I hope the wind's not bad. I do too. I'd rather be taking the pictures. I would rather take the pictures. This was like my mother. She'd hide behind the camera. Or in front of it. She'd put her hand up. Have you gotten to plan anything out? Yeah. I'm glad it's not raining today. I wish the wind would not be blowing quite so hard. Oh, I know. Last thing I need to... see, it's blowing the camera. I don't have it on a tripod. I have it on this little phone stand. You just rest it on it. What was I saying? Oh, the wind. I don't mind the breeze, but the wind blowing quite this hard is a little bit of a pain. Yeah, I still have a bunch of branches down. I've picked some of them up. I need one of those little grabbers for little branches and things that aren't real heavy that could pick it up so I don't have to bend over. Up and down like that, picking stuff up. But I keep my branches so I can fill the bottom of containers because they're dead branches anyway. They're not green. Fill the bottom, take up some space like people do with their big raised beds. Take up space and not so much soil. And my pole beans are growing like weeds. I've got green beans I can pick today for a little. I don't know how many are on there. I just saw a few, but I didn't look real well. be just enough for me and the dogs to have a snack, or there's enough to make a little side dish and share it with the boyfriend. But I'll pick them so that I get more. It's the Blue Lake green beans. I picked quite a few dragon tongue beans the other day. I put one picture up on Facebook, not Facebook, my community tab on YouTube. But I didn't do it the second time. I had more the second time. And then I had, what did I have? Picked like 3 or 4 and me and the dogs snacked on them. They like them. Yeah. Well, of course it broke because they don't make anything worth a darn these days. But I need one of those. And I need one of those when I go work. Because I do shop and deliver. Shopping for groceries. Delivering them. And sometimes it's hard to reach things on the top shelf. Even though I'm tall, I can't reach that far on the very back of the top shelf. And I'm not going to climb on the shelves. So I have to either hope that somebody on the aisle is taller than me or go find a worker. But then, the bottom shelf, if there's something I need way back there, on the bottom, I have to go get somebody because I can't bend down and get back up. And my knee, one of my knees, if it touches the surface, even if it's a soft surface, it's excruciating. Like it sends just stabbing pains, like I get hot and sweaty and nauseous pain. So I need a grabber for stuff like that, and I won't have to bother people. I've tried kind of twice now to cook the dragon pole beans. Like just pan fry them a little bit in olive oil and garlic, salt and pepper. But that's not my favorite. I don't know. I have those Chinese long beans growing too. They're not growing as fast as the the Kentucky Wonders though. But they're also in a spot where they get part shade, so that could be part of it. The Kentucky Wonders get sun all day long, pretty much. Once the sun gets up in the sky and gets past a certain point of these oak trees that we have, the Kentucky Wonders are in sun all day long. Don't you knock my phone off. Hey, quit. But the Chinese long noodle are in a spot where they get more shade. But I don't know what else to do with those dragon tongue beans other than kind of cook them in a little water for a few minutes and then season them maybe. I don't know. They're good though. I just am not real fond of cooking them in the pan like that. Unless I find a different spice that would be good on them. Have you had the Chinese long beans? I've never had them. I'm growing them because I saw them on Roots and Refuge. And trying to grow more beans, you know. This is the first year I've actually gotten luck out of beans. And it's probably because I planted them earlier. Before all those... Ooh, there's the wind. Gracious. It'll calm down in a second. Wow. Oh, I know. I've noticed that I can't reach as far as I used to. But I'm 5'9", or used to be. I've lost a little bit of height. Have you had the Chinese long beans? Do they taste like a green bean, kinda? But anyway, I just fry them in olive oil and butter. Oh, I might do that with the dragon tongue too. Sebastian. I mean, come on now. This cat. Oh, I've had better luck. My green here, and I think I've gotten ahead of. Gonna have a harvest ahead of the, what was that thing? Leaf roller that was just tearing the green beans up I had last year. Look at him. Come on, buddy. Go. Are you still there? He knocked it off. Then I dropped it. Ugh. Cats. The only thing about being outside is I can't lock it. They just couldn't grow. But I didn't have very ground. So, hey Nina, how are y'all? Did y'all lose power down there? Or are you one of the lucky ones that still has power? And Nanny, that tub and worm bin. And I say that because I have earthworms in it, and I've read that earthworms don't eat the food like the night crawlers would or the red wigglers. And but here he comes. Hang on. He's gonna knock it off again. Boy, I need you to stop. But the earthworms don't eat the food scraps, but whatever microbe life is in that soil that's in it eats it or breaks it down, and then the earthworms do their thing, and so I get earthworm castings and I get compost. But I'm not planting in it. That's what it's for. Like like that bucket right there is sitting underneath the drain hole to catch the when it rains. That's catching whatever runs off. And I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 buckets full of that water. There's some of them are 3-gallon and some of them are 5. And then I use that to fertilize along with fetid swamp water. Yeah, I'm okay. Why? Can you hear me? Oh no. Did your power come back on, or are y'all going to be without power for a while? Because I saw a picture of the big, huge towers that hold those transformers and power lines were knocked down, and that's not going to be an easy fix. That's a crazy storm to knock them down. Unless it was well, no, it just knocked them down. It didn't twist them all up, did it? I don't think they were twisted up in that picture. Just some strong wind, apparently. I'm okay. Now, the cat had knocked the phone off at one time, and the thing went to the ground. He is a mess. I'm telling you, he's obnoxious. I mean, he's a good cat, don't get me wrong, but he's obnoxious. He's got a very, very stubborn personality, like male, stubborn. Yeah. I think he's got Bengal in him, the way he acts and some of the markings that he has. So. Oh, well, that's good, because I know that some places are not going to, what I would bet, are not going to have power for quite a while because those towers got knocked over. Oh, yeah, you got coffee. Is it hot, though, Nanny? Like the last time I looked about an hour or so ago, it was 77 here, but it's going to get up into the 80s. And the humidity's 77%, which I can feel that humidity if I get up moving around. I can seriously feel it. I start sweating within a minute or two. I know, thank goodness for coffee. I don't drink coffee on the days that I go work because, I have issues when I drink coffee. But it's rough when I don't drink coffee. And I know that if I quit drinking it and got off of it completely, that would not be a problem. But no, I mean hot outside. Oh, okay. Never mind. You answered me. That's a good thing. Put it over a tea light. I have 1 cup of coffee a day, but my 1 cup of coffee holds 2 regular cups. It's a mug. Yeah, you can drink on it throughout the day. If I drink a cup of coffee later in the day, I have decaffeinated that I make. I need to make me some tea is what I need to do. I haven't had tea in a while. I might make me some tea and put some of my basil in it. I think I've got some lemon lime basil. I can put a few leaves in it. I think. I don't have enough to make basil tea, but I started some cinnamon basil seeds the other day and some more lemon basil and lime basil. And I started a dwarf Greek basil, and 2 of them came up within a day. They were really wanting to grow. I had to put them out in the greenhouse already. I'm just waiting on the cinnamon, the lemon, and the lime. They take a long time. It could be, I don't know, I'm on Wi-Fi. Well, no, I'm not. I should have been on Wi-Fi. Why am I not on Wi-Fi? It could be my phone. Let me see if I can do this, y'all. It's rare. Or am I still there? There, I put it on Wi-Fi, so maybe that'll help. Thank you, Nina. Y'all have a good day. I hope your power comes on soon. Very soon, because I know it's too warm to not have power. Hopefully I fixed that problem. I thought the Wi-Fi was on. I had turned it on before I started, but I didn't pay attention. You have to put a post on your community tab, Nina, if you're still there, and let us know your power came on. Because I don't have your phone number to message you. I messaged Nicole on Messenger. She hadn't replied yet, but she could be at work. It could have been my phone, Nanny, because I thought I was on Wi-Fi, but I wasn't, so I turned the Wi-Fi on. There's no telling. No telling. Yeah, hopefully she gets her power on. How long is your power supposed to be out, Nanny? Tam, how long? I know sometimes they'll give you a roundabout time as to when they'll have it back up. You need a generator. I don't have a generator. I wish I did, at least a solar powered one. Oh, good grief. They're wrong, aren't they? Mm-mm-mm. But I wish I had a solar generator that would at least run a window unit if the power went out. Because I don't do good at all when I get too hot. Oh, yeah. Most of the time they're pretty quick around here when they, when it's not like, when the power's not out everywhere. If it's just in a couple of sections, it's pretty quick. One hurricane that we had a few years ago knocked out the power for like half a day, which wasn't bad. Sometimes people are out for a couple of weeks. Oh, yay. Yeah, that's probably all they had to do. Flip a switch. It's crazy. There's the wind again. And the sun's trying to peek out. Oh my goodness. Now all you need is the rain to stop. I'm afraid this year's going to be a lot more rain than last year. Which can be good for the plants, but it can also be bad for them if they get too much. Like that last bout of rain that we had where it rained for a day and a half or two. And water was standing in the yard. I had some seedlings that I thought they were going to die. But once the water drained off and the soil dried up just a little, which is still wet, but you know what I mean? They perked back up. So they were drowning. A tree fell on a power line. Yeah, unfortunately, that happens. Unfortunately. Well, I don't think I saw it. I'll have to go look. I still have a video to record. I was going to try and not record, edit, which it doesn't require much. Edit and post. It's just an update on the Survival Seeds 2024. I think I recorded it Sunday or Monday, and I still have yet to upload it. Upload it. Edit and upload it. I recorded it the same day I recorded a garden tour update. It could have been Saturday. I don't remember. I forget my name sometimes. What in the world? Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought my neighbor had a pool in his front yard, but he doesn't. He just has a pool ladder in his front yard. There's no telling over there. He has everything under the sun in his front yard. It's a hot mess. I think he goes and cleans up junk for people, and then he brings it home. And once in a while he'll haul some off, but not very often. It's an absolute mess over there. The whole front yard's covered. He has enough room to park his car. And it's a good sized front yard. Used to not be like that, but I don't know. My backyard's a mess, and I do have some stuff I could get rid of, but at least it's out back and not out front. And I can't keep up with the whole yard anyway myself. Ooh, how did you do that? Hopefully you won't end up needing surgery anyway. I've never had a herniated disc. I can't imagine how bad it hurts. I don't want one either. I can't imagine how bad it would be if it's worse than the back pain I already have. Oh, yeah. I've had that before, but it wasn't a herniated disc. It was just like I had tweaked my neck wrong and the muscles all locked up, and I had to completely turn around. If, like, when I was working in the hospital and somebody'd say my name, I had to stop and turn my whole body around because I couldn't turn my head. And that hurt. That was some of the worst pain, but it wasn't a herniated disc. It was just the muscles all having a fit. I don't remember if I could look up and down, really. I just kept my my neck still. It was not fun. Hopefully that the injections help and it gets better and you don't have to have surgery. Is it pinching a nerve too, maybe? If it's going down into your arm. I get sciatica sometimes. Oh yeah, you can hurt yourself when you're coughing. I totally get that. When they first diagnosed me with asthma, I was coughing almost 24 hours a day. If I couldn't do anything. If I got up and moved around, I'd cough. If I tried to hold a conversation, I'd cough. When I worked in the OR, the cold air generally makes it worse. So working in a cold OR all day long wasn't good. I missed a lot of work, and they ended up letting me go because I missed so much work, even though I had doctor's notes and I had been telling them what the doctor was saying and blah, 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 blah. You know how companies are when they really don't care about their employees. But yeah, I mean, I'd sit in the chair, couldn't laugh, couldn't talk, or I'd be in a coughing fit. I hated it. And I still get them now, but it's not like all day, every day. If somebody tells a joke or something's real funny and I laugh too much, I'll be coughing for like 4 or 5 minutes. And now if I talk, I'll cough some, but I'll cough more than if I'm not talking. Was it cortisone? Did they think about putting you on a steroid pack, a dose pack? See if that helps for a week or so. I think what are they, 10 days? I can't remember. It's been too long since I've dealt with them, but yeah, it sounded like it was pressing on a nerve if it's going, if it's radiating down. Or maybe some physical therapy. To get the muscles to stretch a little and realign and maybe pull it apart a little. I did physical therapy one time, and a lot of people don't agree with the technique that they did, but I had a wreck. This man hit me. What was that? Anyway, he hit my car, and it messed up my neck and my left shoulder. And they sent me to physical therapy, and they would wrap this little thing around my chin and then and I'd lay on the table. They put this little thing underneath my chin. They'd get behind my head and they'd pull on it just a little bit. It wasn't much, but good grief, I could feel the release when they did that. A lot of people don't like that, but I think if it's done correctly and the person knows what they're doing, that it's not bad. Because I know there are some people that don't really know what they're doing, but this physical therapist was very gentle, and they pulled just enough that I would feel it lighten up the pressure and the pain. Sometimes I wish I still had that. It's like those inversion tables You hang upside down. No, I don't use anything. I don't really get short of breath. I'll cough more than get short of breath. And I don't wheeze. They say it's cough variant asthma. I did at first use one. They had me on a couple of allergy pills, and they had me, I can't remember the name of the other one that I will never take again. I think it started with an S, but I'll never take that thing again, because that would give people depression and suicidal thoughts. I have enough issues with depression, and I could tell that made it worse. I'll never take it again. And if I saw the name, I'd know what it was. But they had me on those. But the inhalers didn't really do much. My airways are open. They don't get inflamed and closed. I just cough. So, and I don't wheeze. And my shortness of breath is not bad. Now, if I go take a jog down the road, I'm going to be short of breath. But that's mostly because I'm out of shape. Do you have to go back to the doctor soon? Yeah. It's hard not having a car. We have one car between us, which drives me up the wall. Because if he has to work and I need to go work, I have to get up in the morning at 5:30, 6:30, depending on when he has to be there. And I'm not a morning person, honey. I'm not. I never have been. So I don't do well. And it's, 30 minutes to take him and come back home, and then 30 minutes to go get him and come back home. It drives me insane. And we did that when I was little. My dad was a truck driver. So we'd be up in the middle of the night taking him to work. I despise it. Well, whenever you get to go back to the doctor, talk to him again and be like, is there something else we can try? Because that steroid shot didn't work. What else can we do aside from surgery? I don't know if a steroid dose pack would work or not. If the steroid shot didn't. Or a stronger anti-inflammatory. More than just ibuprofen. Something like Toradol, which they don't like to give out because it's not good for your kidneys, but in a short term, that's all they give it for anyway. It's not meant for long term. But it works almost as good as morphine. But it's not a narcotic either. Well, yeah, I get the evaluation period, but maybe have they seen? They haven't had time to see if physical therapy will help. Like exhaust everything before surgery. Oops, sorry. I knocked the table. I don't know much about the injections, but other than for some people they work really well. But unfortunately they don't last. Ooh, 3:30. Ooh, goodness. I was awake I wake up several times. I have to go pee. I've been awake since 5:30 this morning because I couldn't go back to sleep. Yeah, I stay up. A lot of times I stay up till 11, 11:30, sometimes 12. But last night I fell asleep before 11, and I woke up with the light still on, still in my clothes. I had to get into my pajamas. I was tired, but I went to work yesterday, and that wears me out. Even though it wasn't like extremely difficult yesterday, my orders were small, but we don't have an air conditioner in the car, and that's exhausting. And sitting in the store waiting on an order for an hour, hour and a half is exhausting. Time waiting for an order. It's exhausting just to sit there. And then it was 80 some degrees yesterday, and it's hot in the car. Hopefully we get that fixed soon. Oh yeah, I get you. Yeah, you can only take so many at one time. Or maybe you can get them to send you for the physical therapy. Try that. I wish I had an inversion table. I'd love to have that. I think I would have less back pain if I could stretch it out. Oh my goodness. So what you gonna do now? The power's come back on. Hey Maritza, how are you? It's just me popping up again. Let's see, I've been on here 50 minutes. But I've been talking to Nanny Tam, and then Nina from Rooted in Texas was on here for a little while. The wind's blowing, I'm sorry. It's gusty, so sometimes it's worse than others, like now. Good gracious. It ought to dry my towels that are hanging on the line, though. That way I don't have to use the dryer. That's one good thing about summer. I can save on electricity with the dryer by putting the things on the line. It's harder to do in the winter, but I've done it. So do you have any seeds you could start inside, Nanny Tam, since the weather's not so great and your electricity came back on? Or make something yummy to eat and record a video? Listen to me. The mosquitoes are biting, even in the middle of the day. They're not only out in the morning and then in the evening. Oh no, that's fine. No worries. Take advantage of it while you have power. Hopefully your power won't go out again with the weather that you've got, but hopefully not. Thanks for coming on and talking to me. Have a good one. Well, I think I'm going to hop off of here. I've been on here 52 minutes now. I got some plants I need to put in pots, even though the wind's blowing insane, but at least it's gusty and not a constant high wind. Anyway, I appreciate everyone who came on. Really do, really do. This helps my hours. My hours have jumped. I think they've jumped 5 hours in the last couple of days, but I've also noticed that Jamie's been watching a lot of my videos, which I absolutely appreciate. Jamie, if you see this video, thank you. If you see this as a replay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm only at, what am I at? 400 and, it's either 487 or 97, I don't remember. A long way from 3,000. So I'm going to try to do more pop-up videos because that's going to help me with some hours, and that way I won't have to schedule them and not know if I can really do it or not. Alright, y'all, I appreciate you coming. Thank you. Y'all take care and stay safe if you have crazy weather. I'm sorry about the wind. Bye now.